Hi there. So today let's talk about this myth that running a successful e-design business means working yourself into the ground. You know, those 12-hour days, endless client calls and feeling like you're barely keeping up. Well, here's the truth. It doesn't have to be that way. But before we begin, I'd love you to check out our private membership community for interior designers, where we go through step by step everything you need to know about starting and scaling your e-design business. And you can follow along as I build an e-design business from scratch, based on everything I've learned over the last 10 years from my own successful business. So just click the link below the video to get started. I run my e-design business in just 1 hour a day for the core activities. That's it. And yet I do spend a few extra hours on projects when they come in, but even then I'm working less than most people think is possible. And here's the truth. This is totally doable, even if you're working a full-time job or you've got other responsibilities. I know what it's like to feel like there aren't enough hours in the day. I've been there myself, raising 2 young boys and juggling a full-time job with an hour's commute each way. But trust me, with the right plan and focus, you can absolutely build your business as a side hustle without burning out. So today I'm breaking it all down for you. I'll share the 3 things that I do daily to keep my business running smoothly in just 1 hour a day, how I manage the project work, and how you can make this work even if you're balancing a full-time job. So let's dive in. The first thing that I do every day is create content. And no, I'm not spending hours perfecting Instagram posts or editing videos. I'm talking about quick, intentional content that connects with my audience. This could mean filming a short video, sharing a design tip, or writing a quick email to my list, or even brainstorming ideas for future content. The goal is to stay visible and add value to my audience's lives. When you show up consistently, people start to trust you, and trust leads to sales. So 20 minutes, that's all it takes. Set a timer, focus on one piece of content and just get it done. Next, I spend 20 minutes on client communication. This is where I check in with current clients, respond to questions, and make sure that everyone feels supported. The key here is batching. I don't let client emails or messages interrupt my day. I handle them all at once during this time. And with e-design, everything is online, so I can communicate on my own schedule. No back and forth phone calls, no in-person meetings, just clear, efficient communication. Batching this work keeps it manageable, and it makes sure that I'm not consistently switching gears throughout the day. And finally, I spend 20 minutes a day on business growth. So this is the stuff that moves the needles. Things like building sales funnels, creating lead magnets, or planning new offers. For example, one day I might work on a freebie to grow my email list. Another day, I might tweak my website to make it more client-friendly. The point is, I'm always doing something to push my business forward, even if it's just one small step. Now let's talk about the actual design projects. When client work comes in, I dedicate 2 to 3 hours a day, about 4 days a week, to focus on these projects. This is where I dive into the creative side, designing spaces, sourcing products, and delivering that wow factor for my clients. But here's the thing, because I've streamlined the rest of my business, I can give my full attention to these projects without feeling stretched too thin. And honestly, this is the part that I love. This is why I got into e-design in the first place. By keeping my core business operations really lean, I have the time and energy to pour into the creative work, and that's the stuff I really enjoy. Now, if you're building your e-design business as a side hustle while working a full-time job, here's the good news. This system still works. You just need to adjust it to fit your schedule. So here's how you can do it. You could set a sacred time block, whether it's waking up 30 minutes earlier, staying up a little bit late, or dedicating a chunk of time on the weekend. Just block off 3 to 6 hours a week for your business. Make it a non-negotiable. This is your sacred time to work on your dream. And trust me, even 30 minutes a day adds up over time. Prioritize the essentials. So when you're short on time, you've got to focus on the high impact activities. That means creating content to attract your ideal clients, building your email list, and working on your offers. Forget the fluff, just focus on the things that will actually move the needle. And remember to batch your work. If you're juggling a full-time job, batching is your best friend. For example, you could dedicate one session to creating content for the week, another to client communication, and another to business growth tasks, like setting up funnels or brainstorming lead magnets. This keeps you efficient and it prevents overwhelm. Now, here's a little mindset shift. Your full-time job isn't a hindrance, even though it probably feels like it. It's your investor. It gives you the financial stability to build your business without the pressure of needing to pay bills right away. And use that to your advantage. Build slowly, but build intentionally. And give yourself grace. Look, it's not going to be perfect. Some weeks you'll do really well, and other weeks life will just get in the way, and that's okay. Progress is progress, no matter how big or small. The important thing is to keep showing up. So there you have it, the 3 things that I do daily to run my e-design business in just 1 hour a day. How I manage my project work, and how you can make this work even if you're balancing a full-time job. You don't need to work yourself into the ground to build a successful business. You just need a clear plan, a little focus, and the belief that it is possible. So here's my challenge for you. Have a look at your daily routine and ask yourself, what are the most important things that I can do today to move my business forward? Then set a timer, get to work, and watch what happens. You've absolutely got this. If this resonated with you, just let me know in the comments, as I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're ready to take your e-design business to the next level, just check out our private membership community, where we go through step by step everything you need to know about starting and scaling your e-design business from scratch. And you can follow along as I build an e-design business from scratch based on everything I've learned in the last 10 years from my own successful e-design business. Just click the link below to get started. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I know your time's precious, and I appreciate every moment that you spent with me today. And I'll see you in the next video.